DFS Show with John Impemba and James Grande.
What is going on, FA Nation? John Impemba here with James Grande. Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm NBA DFS Playbook Preview Show. We are looking at the DraftKings Wednesday 7-game main slate starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, running through the 9 p.m. hour. Late games are on FanDuel, not on DraftKings. A couple of teams here in some matchups that we're going to be certainly looking to take advantage of on this slate. I don't believe we have anybody back-to-back. Nope, no back-to-backs.
Yes, Sacramento.
Where are they playing? Chicago. Okay, Sacramento's on a back-to-back for Chicago. So we got one. They're currently facing the Thunder right now. We'll check and see how that game progresses here as we're recording. Game total-wise, I know the one thing that stood out to me, obviously, was Cleveland-Boston. Just because Cleveland is somehow just a 3.5-point favorite. That feels like a line worth betting. 232 total in that one. We also have 238 Atlanta-Brooklyn. No line on Chicago-Sacramento. That probably figures to be pretty high. 237 New Orleans-Denver, and Zion is still questionable for that game.
Yeah.
232 Portland-Utah. A battle of two really good basketball teams, apparently, in Portland and Utah. Because
I kind of believe the Portland one. The Utah one is, I mean, I guess if Lauri Markkanen,
Lauri Markkanen, man, out here 50-point doubles, we'll have to see what happens. See what happens there. Top overall priced players on the slate here. Jokic, AD. Up over $10,000. Jokic still only 11.5. And that's it. Nobody else over $10,000. Kind of an interesting slate setting for us there. So let's just start at point guard. You got Cade at 99, Trey at 91. The only two guys up over $9,000. Giddey and Derek White in the 8K range there, Grande.
Yeah, we had talked about how Cade's ownership was surprisingly weird the other day, and everyone seemingly wanted to play him against Cleveland, and then that obviously didn't work because that obviously shouldn't work. But Orlando's defense has not been very good. What I will obviously say is Jalen Suggs' minutes continue to get ramped up. They were 21 last time, so probably 22, 23, 24, somewhere in that range. So if you want to play Cade, I think it's fine. Trae Young, 91. You had said 15 assists. You were too low. You did not give Trae Young the respect he deserved. 17 assists is what the number he had.
Ansel had 20. A lot of guys on that team actually had 20 actual. He had 21.
It doesn't matter. They suffered a loss.
No.
You can't, because you can't beat the Bulls. But yeah, I would definitely play Trae. I would play Cade or Trae. I don't think I would play them over Jokic.
No,
probably not even over AD if I'm picking just one spend up.
Are you playing any of them over Giddey?
Yeah, I mean the Giddey one's interesting because his price has dipped to a very appealing spot. Once again, he's making threes. He's stuffing the stat sheet, and there's no reason to think that goes away without Kobe White. So yeah, I like Giddey.
And you got a really bad defensive team. I mean, if they're starting Russell Westbrook now too,
no reason to think they wouldn't, especially after the first three. I think they were beating the Thunder going into the fourth quarter of that game. They are currently still beating the Thunder with 7 minutes left with a starting lineup that included Russell Westbrook and Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah. So, which is horrific defensively.
It's not going to be good.
They're just outscoring. Now the Thunder are on a back-to-back and all that other stuff. Westbrook's also playing a really good game. 16, 9, and 4. Sabonis has 16 rebounds. Levine and DeRozan are shooting the ball really well. So everything's kind of showing up for Sacramento. Well, the Thunder didn't have Chet in this game. AJ Mitchell, shocker. Aaron Wiggins and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander carrying the water offensively for the Thunder tonight. But Sacramento looking pretty good here so far, halfway through the fourth quarter. So we'll see how that finishes out. But yeah, Schroeder, Westbrook defense. I mean, Giddey's probably looking pretty good there. And then again, Derek White, again hasn't really shot the ball well. I don't anticipate that gonna like all of a sudden pick up here against Cleveland either. But I think I'd rather maybe play Drew Holiday, who has found the fountain of youth in Portland.
Yeah, I think him and Jamal Murray both look pretty great here. Holiday has been incredible in basically every facet. There's nothing you can look at right now with Drew Holiday and be like, shot volume's great. The scoring is great. The rebounds are great. The assists are great. He's a great defender. So those peripheral types of stocks will always be around as well. And he has an elite matchup.
It almost feels like Holiday, for the last 6 years of his career, I guess. He's like, I was a third man in Milwaukee. I was like a fourth man in Boston. They didn't need me to do these things. I'm basically the man in Portland, for the lack of better options. I mean, it's no clear true one, and he's just taking that mantle and he's looking damn good doing it. So
yeah, he's been incredible. So has Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
And I don't want to just go past him too. I know we were both excited to talk Drew Holiday because we've played a lot of him lately. Dude, Jamal Murray came into the year healthy. I don't know how many times I can say it. Jokic is like, I think he's taken 18 total shots in his last 2 games, and he's just letting Jamal Murray cook. He's just like, Jamal, you are healthy. I will carry a lot of the burden this year, but you got it right now. I think that's just what it's going to be. Cam Johnson is listed as questionable. He left that game, didn't return. Tim Hardaway played a lot. No reason to think Jamal Murray doesn't absolutely dominate this Pelicans matchup again. Absolutely dominate. So I if you can't find the money to get up to Cade or Trae Young or Josh Giddey, then yeah, I think playing Jamal Murray or Drew Holiday makes a ton of sense. And I think the one thing, if you're like, well, I'm already playing Jokic, would I want to play Murray? The reason that could work is because Jokic does so many other things that like you don't really need to worry about playing them both. It's not like the most optimal approach, I'd say, on like a night-to-night basis. But one scored 72 and one scored 56 fantasy points last time. You think not having both of them, that's obviously a pretty optimal strategy. So I'd be okay with playing both as well. So
sure. I mean, like, even if you think blowout is potential, they beat Phoenix by 22 and he played 32 minutes in that game. So there's I do think that a blowout here, and I know we hate predicting them, is obviously very, very much in the cards. If there's no Zion, we saw them play horrific basketball against the Celtics the other day. So working our way down, I mean, dude, Keontae George, it was a little bit aided by the overtime, but he was cooking in that game even before the overtime. So keep kind of running him out there at $6,700. I'm 100% on board there. Anthony Simons finally had a good game. Again, he's very capable of scoring the basketball. Again, New Orleans really put no effort defensively in that game. Cleveland will. And then Trey Jones, $5,800.
Yeah, love Keontae. Also have to shout out Cooper Flag, point guard only eligibility now, by the way. That's interesting. I mean, he should be because he's only playing point guard. I think Simons is probably not like, I don't think the player is too expensive, like in general. I just think it's been largely inconsistent, the role. Yeah. So it's hard for me to look at this.
The minutes, I think, are going to be real for him. I think it's just whether or not he can hit his shots or not.
Look what happens when he doesn't. They just don't play him. I mean, 23 minutes at 6,200, that would decimate your lineup.
Sure.
I'm not saying I wouldn't. It's just like large field stuff only for me. Trey Jones, I mean, yeah, dude. He guy's been incredible. He's not going to play more than this. Like his 31 to 32 minutes seems to be the ceiling. He's running really good with the made shots, but he has a ton of potential assists. He's very good defensively. He's a really good rebounding guard. So yeah, I mean, Trey Jones 58 feels pricey, but they don't have Kobe White. They're going to continue to start him, and that's just kind of what it is. Yeah. We had kind of talked about the D'Lo stuff, right?
Played 30 minutes.
What were they going to do after he finally played well? Well, like I think they're realizing they need they need people that can handle the ball. They cannot rely on a rookie that's never played point guard. We saw this with Jeremy Sohan. Obviously, he wasn't the pedigree of Cooper Flagg,
Right.
but the point of oversized forward playing guard, starting at point guard, right? And it's not the best. So, putting D'Angelo on the ball more does make sense. I think, there's no Lively already, or expected to be no Lively, expected to be no Gafford in this game. I can see a scenario where we're seeing D'Lo once again play 30-ish minutes. And by the way, Indiana has literally nobody to play basketball.
Yeah, Matherin's not even is hurt now as well. Toppin's hurt as well. Like, yeah, they're decimated in definitely a better spot. Russell does well versus Toronto, struggles versus the Thunder defense. Good bounce back spot for him there.
I realize, by the way, we're getting to Demon. I realize I've been calling him Igor. It's Yegor.
Jaeger?
Yeah, like Jägermeister almost.
Sure.
Yegor Demon. But yeah, shout out to him.
With the Merrill injury, do we get Lonzo in the starting lineup?
Dude, he's very good at basketball. I would love it's probably him or Tyson, right?
Or just go back to the Jalen Tyson lineup?
Yeah, it's him or Tyson. That would be my guess.
Because Hunter's back, but Hunter's starting.
Hunter's already starting, yeah. And so my guess is one of those two. I get like I'll say Tyson, but we could also see Lonzo extended a little bit here. I mean, I know they said they didn't want to, but then he's played a little more than they've said they were going to. So I could see a scenario where he's 25, 26 minutes off the bench.
Yep. They started Fears the other day. It was not good. But they start him again. You'll have to at least give him a look. And then Westbrook, $4,500. I mean,
I fears that would be a mistake if we don't play Russell Westbrook again at $4,500 in the starting lineup.
No, I agree. They gave Clayton a decent amount of run there. He fouled out of that game. Alvarado got good minutes. They're down.
I mean, I don't know what I know why they played Jose Alvarado because he's.
They had all the guards. They had
guards. He's good. He's good. I don't know. I don't.
Is there anything else down here that you would look at?
Yeah, we have to talk Indy.
Sure. Okay.
Ray J. Dennis is 38. And Quentin Jackson's 3K. My assumption with just how it's gone would be Dennis would be the guy that they would start. And if they don't start him, we already know it's Ben Shepherd starting, who we'll get to in a second. But Dennis will play anyway operate as secondary playmaker. Because Indiana did you see who they signed and who is going to be active tomorrow?
No.
Dunk legend Mac McClung.
Oh, yeah. They gave him a 2-year deal too, didn't they?
He's going to be active for this game. They cut James Wiseman and they signed McClung.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, they could literally. Are they going to start Tony Bradley tomorrow, John? Is Tony Bradley going to start a basketball game in 2025? I mean, he played.
Might have
Ray J. Dennis, Tony Bradley. It could be a starting lineup for the Indiana Pacers tomorrow. So yeah, I think one of those Pacers makes sense between Dennis and. They're going to probably have to play Quentin Jackson. I don't know how many minutes though.
as many as they can afford to fit him in. I mean, I don't know. They're down men. Do we see this all the time, right? Like down bodies, just random guys play a lot of minutes.
Yeah.
So, but I would rather do the Dennis route.
Yeah.
Obviously. Is there anything else?
No.
Okay. Shooting guard. Donovan Mitchell, $9,300. I will be playing a lot of Cleveland. Just putting that out there. Mitchell, 93, certainly a spot I would look to take advantage of. Murphy can't play any worse than he played the other day.
I would play him again if there's no Zion.
Yeah. But it is a really good Cam Thomas spot.
Is it?
From a pace perspective. You think you're just going to get what? Daniels defense?
Yeah. I'm not saying it is or it isn't. I think we're going to see this from Cam Thomas all year. Look, look at the game. 2 nuke games and 2 literally couldn't even tell he was playing games.
Sure.
So always tournaments forever. Death taxes tournaments.
Okay. So Sharp, Thomas, Bain, all in that same group. I think they're all good tournament plays.
Yeah, Sharp, super high usage. Leads Portland in usage rate. Hasn't made a shot. I mean, look at the volume. It's crazy. Just hasn't made a shot yet. Bain just hasn't figured it out in terms of fit yet. I don't think it's my favorite tier there. I probably don't have much exposure there. I think Pritchard, I would rather play Pritchard than any of them. Yeah, not my favorite tier of players.
Okay. Work our way down the list then. Where's the next guy you're looking to build some lineups for?
Probably D'Lo, and we already talked about him.
Yep.
Christian Brown, we know, is like high upside, low floor, but I would play Christian. I'd be okay with playing Christian Brown. NEW, everyone was back for NEW, played 30 minutes again, 30 fantasy points essentially. He signed here. He knew when he signed, he was like, I know I'm playing a bunch of minutes.
Probably had a conversation, right? Like, what's my role going to be?
Yeah, and they were like, you're going to play a lot more than you did night to night. So yeah, I would. NEW is fine. Herder kind of came back to life peripherally, like did nothing peripherally. So, it was Dosunmu that was really good off the bench. They absolutely hate Ace Bailey's guts for no reason.
Yeah, he played a good amount of stints, and then they didn't put him back in the game. So,
Sensabaugh barely played in that game.
Ben Shepherd's 42.
Yeah, Ben Shepherd is. I'm a little. Like I'm fine with it. It's just we know Ben Shepherd. At least the shot volume has been better, right? It's been better. Anthony Black is going to play a lot. We didn't really mention him at point guard. Anthony Black's going to play a lot as long as Jalen Suggs is limited. He's played 30 minutes in back-to-back games now. So I think Anthony Black is pretty solid. THJ played.
Dude, yeah, with no Cam Johnson.
Yeah, Cam is questionable, but he did leave that game and then just went nuclear. I cannot imagine he's had any more fun than playing with Nikola Jokic so far. Like in his whole career.
I mean, the threes for him, he just was stepping into them in that game. I was watching it. I was betting the live threes. He got hot. And yeah, like we talk about, there's so much focus on other guys on that team, and Joker's such a great passer that if you're a 40+% 3-point shooter, you're going to have just the shots to take in that game. So I'm good with that. They started Christie. The minutes have been okay. The production has been but they started him. So
yeah, and they already basically said Lively and Gafford are not going to play.
Yeah. So a value tier.
Small forward.
Is it not much here? Small forward we go. Jaylen Brown, small forward only. $8,400. We thought he wasn't going to play the other day. He went through the shoot around, did the whole thing. Hamstring was fine. He played. I'm just going to assume then and operate.
And he's bald.
That he's just going to play.
And he's bald.
Well, they didn't know. They didn't shave his head. They were gonna shave. They talked about shaving his head.
Well, we'll find out, I guess, tomorrow if he shows up to the game ball.
But when I tuned in later on in the stream, he still had his hair, and he was like reviewing game film. So
Okay.
That's what his stream was.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
I think he was getting everybody that up, like he was gonna like just buzz his head, and it didn't happen. Laurie is
worth,
got
paid $200 million and is playing like it.
Yeah. Again, overtime aided, but
overtime aided, but he had.
he was cooking. He had 17 of 17 from the line, 6 of back-to-back games with 13 3-point attempts. He's knocking them down.
He obviously had an atrocious year last year, but there was a reason why prior to last year he got $200 million.
Yeah.
He's good at basketball.
Yeah, he's very good at basketball for sure. Wagner, Levine. Levine revenge game?
No.
What do you mean no?
Yeah. It's empty stats. Stats McGee over here. Guess what? They lost. They got torched in the fourth quarter again. And Sacramento can't win. They're going to blow it all up. Their own GM was on ESPN, John. Do you know what their GM said when he was an ESPN employee? He said Zach LaVine's a losing player. And then he got named as the Kings GM. Yeah. His GM knows it. No offense to Zach LaVine. Good scorer. Good scorer.
There's a chance he goes back.
No, he could. No, he could. It's fine. I'm not against it. I'm not for it. He has a high ceiling because he can score the basketball at a good clip.
Yeah. Wagner, Kamara, Washington's down here at 6K now.
And
Jeremy Grant's been kind of okay.
Yeah, Jeremy Grant's playing a lot off the bench. You didn't mention Asar. If Asar plays at 60,
sure, yeah.
64. He got sick and didn't play a lot in that game. And they also got torched, but I think Asar's fine. I'm not playing a $6,200 Tumani Kamara because he's not shooting again. Franz Wagner or PJ Washington has been super solid. If you want to play PJ Washington, by all means. I don't think anyone will fault you for playing PJ Washington.
No.
I think Jeremy Grant is definitely solid. I wish his price wasn't going up this rapidly. But I get it. He just has this role. This role is apparently just not going anywhere. When he has the empty scoring game, you're cooked because he's not doing anything else. He's not doing enough at $5,800.
Yep. But 3 games of 20 or more action.
Yeah, he's good. He's a just objectively good scorer, right?
Yeah. He kind of had a lost role the last couple of years, and they also had to deal with Simons and all those guys.
Yeah, he very open about wanting to be traded. Yeah. Still, opening season press conference, they're like, "Oh, you're still in this team." He's like, "I guess."
Yeah.
Literally, he's like, "I guess I am." I don't
know. And again, Neesmith by default, just because there's just who's left?
No, I agree. Right?
It's like the Will Smith standing in the empty living room. Just
it's just Neesmith and Pascal standing there.
Yeah, and there's the only 2 left. Yeah, it's the only 2 starters.
Ben Shepherd was he's Jazz in this one where Jazz gets thrown out by his teammates, by Pascal. Yeah. But just by default, Aaron Neesmith is in play.
Again, I think Hunter's probably in a really good spot.
Yep.
Here, 53. Mentioned NAW, mentioned all these guys. UFC League Bay. Sensabaugh, just from an offensive standpoint.
Yeah, they kind of cut his minutes, but
yeah. But we know what he's capable of.
Jerice, I would rather just play Jerice at the same.
Yeah. Again, Jerice has to play here, right? Just has to play minutes.
Yeah, the price is obviously not doing us any good, but he's been really good fantasy-wise the last few games, and he hasn't shot the ball well. So, former lottery pick, 5th overall, before Indiana just traded for Pascal and, went to the finals. But, yeah, I like Jerice.
Let's see here. Hauser's always live to knock down threes. if they start Josh Minot again, I mean, you were right? Like you said it. Like they talked about how much they liked him. They gave him his first start, and the dude was all over the place. So
I mean, he needed to obviously prove it. I would say the one thing is, I don't know what they're going to do. They started Hugo Gonzalez the game before. They started Minot the game after. Hugo Gonzalez DMP'd. Minot already has a DMP mixed in. It's just all kind of scary.
I don't think they can afford to, they're feeling things out right now to figure out what rotations work.
Who's actually going to play?
Luka Garza was really good against New Orleans. Minot was really good versus New Orleans. I think those guys have earned another day in the sun, right? And if they falter this time, then they'll go to the next guy and see if Baylor Shireman or Jordan Walsh can step in and play or something like that, right? But I think for now, it's not a comfortable start by any stretch of the imagination, but he was doing everything and was everywhere. So
if he is starting, it makes me feel better.
Agreed. Because if he doesn't start, you can't even guarantee he's going to come on the
correct.
Floor. So, but they're going to need to go a bigger lineup versus Cleveland. So, it wouldn't shock me if they did a Neemias Queta, Boucher, or
Garza. Oh my God.
Play on both. I mean, Garza was hitting threes against.
I know, but the mobility, having them both on the floor. I guess Queta can guard it's disgusting. Yeah, it's horrible time they're gonna have.
Again, I said against New Orleans before I knew Zion wasn't gonna play. I'm not sure how Boston manages to win this game. I don't think they do. Cleveland should come into Boston and roll them with that front court. Allen and Mobley should be able to do DeAndre Jordan, and Yves Missi, and even Derek Queen to an extent, had really good stretches against Boston last game. It was the wings for New Orleans that let them down. Not a single wing could hit a shot.
No.
They're not going to have that problem when Donovan Mitchell's outside and Allen and Mobley are doing all the damage in the interior. And, DeAndre Hunter might be, a top 2 player on the Pelicans right in that rotation. So, again, I don't see how Boston covers a 3.5 point spread. I think they lose by 20. You've called out Najee Marshall a few times in terms of a role for him there. It's getting the mid-20s minutes. It's whether or not the shots fall, but it is the Pacers and the team they're putting on the floor.
Yeah, I wish he was the one starting and not Christie in that game, but it's fine.
They could start Wade. It wouldn't make you want to play him anymore, but they could start Wade.
I don't think that.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. Power forward. Anthony Davis is 10-1. Zion, we'll see. Again, Evan Mobley would be my first plug here at $8,700. Obviously, Indiana doesn't have anybody to deal with Anthony Davis either, but yeah. Strong to quite strong top tier. Banchero's 85.
Pascal 84, team to himself.
Jalen Johnson at 82 versus Brooklyn.
Yeah, AD looks obviously as good as anybody. The only thing is we're nursing the Achilles this early. We're talking Achilles.
It could just be a designation to give him a day.
I mean, he's probable.
Yeah.
So he's expected to play.
Yep, until they go through the morning shoot around, and then you get the midday questionable, and then
I mean, obviously, right now operating that AD, but that is knowing we've done this long enough to know that is a possibility. If you're nursing Achilles and it's not you, it's Anthony Davis is the person nursing the Achilles. That is obviously something to monitor here.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, so if Zion plays, it's great. Mobley's great. Denny at 85 is probably a little expensive, but he's been really good the last few games. Paolo, welcome back. I saw some comments from people at The Ringer talking about how he's Paolo reminds them of Josh Smith, former Atlanta Hawk. lefty.
Yeah. Paolo's better than Josh Smith.
I'm not going to comment. I'm just also just saying that, which
but I mean, dude, this is a great price, obviously.
Great price. Dude, Pascal has 60 bombs twice in 3 games. And I'll say the one thing, and I know this isn't going to hold true because they got blown out against Memphis. So, like, it's kind of, dude, Indiana competes their butts off.
Yeah.
No matter who is on the floor. I mean, 33, 10, and 8 against Minnesota.
But this was the no Ant game, right? Like, he left.
No Ant game. But, I think there's a chance, like, Indiana could compete offensively with Dallas if Siakam.
All right, because you're of the mindset that Dallas has no offense. So
I mean, dude, they look at their.
I know.
It's been bad. They've scored less than 100 twice already.
His flag was terrible. Then he had like an MRI or something like that, didn't he?
And now he's playing. It's like
so.
I'm just saying, like, Pascal is quite literally. I don't know what the usage rate was in that game. But I bet you the usage rate in that game and like some of these games for Indiana has been like, let's see. Pascal Siakam had a 35% usage rate against Minnesota. And in the first game, he had a 32% usage rate. Like, dude, he has been sick.
Yeah.
He's just been sick. So, I'm not trying to I like everyone on this list. I think every player above 8K like deserves a nod, but
sure.
Pascal 84, if no one's going to no one's played him yet.
double now in 2 of the 3, like we've talked about, like he's going to be, it's going to be that guy. DDR $7,800, Wagner 75. We got MPJ at 66.
Did you see MPJ was talking about how he's out and about in the streets just shooting baskets by his house, and he keeps getting people to come up challenging him to one-on-ones?
I'm sure the Nets are thrilled to hear such.
And well, he's I don't know how long he is for the Nets, but Melo asked him because he was on the Carmelo's podcast, and they were like, anyone have any good games? He's like, nah, the people in New York City aren't faring too well right now.
So he's gonna go to Rucker Park and just wait for challenges.
He's just cooking people at a random hoop in Brooklyn.
Hilarious. Todd Grant already. Toby Revenge. All those years in Orlando. Matis, your boy.
He's good.
32 minutes, 16, 5, and 3.
Price back up because they realized his price was too low.
Mm-hmm. I don't really have much else down here, man.
Buzelis, we talked Jarice.
Does Jay Huff get extra run? You've been begging for it.
They started Jay Huff the other day. They went double big.
16 minutes. But now they kind of, again, they're just, their bigs are all falling by the wayside. So,
well, they do still have technically 3 centers on the roster.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, don't put it past Rick Carlisle not to play one of them.
Queen only played 22 minutes. He was actually pretty good. I don't know why he didn't get the extra run there. I get Misi was back, I guess, but
yeah, you just can't play him, unfortunately.
Yeah,
you just can't play him.
All right, center again. Joker's 11-5. We've got to figure out where you want to play. I don't see this game being competitive, but he played 32 minutes and I'll blow it over Phoenix, and he had 62 fantasy points still. So,
yeah. Also, Denver has a long history of letting bad teams beat them. They lost to Washington twice last year.
Yeah.
Just saying. I'm not saying it's the same team. I'm just saying
Keyshawn George games.
I'm not saying it's the same team, and obviously last year it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But I would not. I've said this. I've personally changed my line of thinking. It's a 12.5 point spread. I just watched it up. I just got it updated.
Okay.
I get it. I fully understand it. I'm not even denying that it's going to be a competitive, like that it potentially could be a blowout. I'm just not going to assume that and not play Jokic because of it and like potentially miss it on 90 fantasy points.
Yeah, that's fair. You do have Sabonis here, who has had, I think he finished a pretty.
He was good. He had a bunch of rebounds. I know for a fact he had a boatload of rebounds.
Yeah, he and Hartenstein still finished with like 14 rebounds himself too.
18
Giannis
boards.
on his way to a 40-point triple-double, but that game's over, unfortunately.
18 boards for Sabonis.
18, yeah, that's huge. 10 points, 18 boards. I wish we'd hit more shots. But him and Vuk have their matchup here. Porzingis look pretty good. Walker Kessler's been good as well.
Yeah, another him and Vooch kind of fall in the same category for me here. I think both of them look pretty good in tournaments. They've had 2 monster games, 1 bad game. The Bulls are without a key component in Kobe White. So, yeah, I think Vooch and Kessler kind of fall in the same category. Obviously, Kessler is extremely cheap compared to Vooch.
Yeah, do you think they have to play Klingon more minutes in this game because Kessler's going to be on for 35, or are they just going to keep him playing them?
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, the Lakers had Ayton, Clippers have Zoo. You know, Minnesota has double big. I mean, they played him 30 in that game, so maybe.
I was also saying, like when Ayton came off the floor, though, they were playing Vanderbilt small ball. So
yeah, it's possible. It's possible, but it's hard to. That stuff is hard to predict.
Yeah, that's fair. But either way, those two guys will be battling against each other there. Again, Jared Allen, I think, could just very easily have another huge game. I don't see anybody in Boston defending the front court at all. Cade is going to give it his best, though. 22 minutes, 6 and 11.
He's been okay. He's been probably one of the bright spots of Boston this year.
They need a big body, and he has provided the big body.
Yep.
One of the Celtics, not reporter. He covers the Celtics for Barstool. It's Greeny. Okay. He was talking about, fans are talking about the tank for DiVincenzo or Boozer now. And it was like Brad Stevens, the genius, knew that like Jaylen Brown, Peyton Pritchard, and Derek White would be too good to tank. So he gave them the absolute worst front court in the NBA and just let them sink their own ship that way. So they can score as many points as they want, but they'll just give up a jillion rebounds and not be able to win. Isaiah Jackson's there. Isaiah Stewart off the bench continues to be kind of a monster. And then I mentioned Luka Garza. I mean, again, he played 19 minutes, 16-6. Knocked down a bunch of threes. I think they're going to play him. I think they might start him. I honestly think they might start him next to Queta.
Okay.
Matching up with Allen and Mobley. I think.
I mean, sure.
Okay.
I'm not even going to try to talk about Boston's front court. I said until we know at 6:30 what the starting lineup is. I don't care. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. It's impossible to talk about.
Yeah.
Boucher was in the rotation to start. Now he's not. Tillman was in the rotation. Now he's not.
Boucher's been horrific. That's why.
I'm just saying. No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, that doesn't. Joe Mazzulla is saying that he wanted Josh Minot to get up or he's going to kill him, basically.
Yeah, he said he's like, oh, Josh Minot took a hard fall and he sprung right back up. He's like, yeah, because if he gets hurt, he's never going to play again. Like, he meant it. So.
He absolutely meant it, and I like. It is, yeah, he absolutely meant it. But like, until we see the Boston starting lineup, I just no further comment.
They were playing Boucher and they were playing Tillman, and teams are out rebounding them by like 40. So he's like, all right, those guys aren't doing it. Next man up, and Garza and Minot were the ones there. I agree with you though. You can't obviously play them without knowing what's going on in the starting lineup. Anything else here at center for you?
No, not right now.
Okay. Are we doing the Joker, or are we playing more of a fair and balanced build here? What are we doing?
You take the wheel here, John. You take the wheel.
All right. Let's see. I'm obviously going to go and play Mobley because I just think he's.
Yeah, I mean, then we're probably out of the Joker business then if we're playing.
I mean, that's 5K a play, you know.
Yeah, I know.
We need to find a 3K punt play to get
Russell Westbrook 4,500.
Yep. Westbrook and there was, and then
Indiana stuff is obviously
30.
Ray J. Dennis.
Yeah, what's Dennis? Is he 38?
He's a point guard only, 38.
38. Okay, 66. I mean, it's not taking us out of Joker. That's 5,400 to play.
Yeah.
Ball fears.
Yeah, I mean, they already ruled out Merrill. I don't hate Lonzo at 45. He looked really good specifically in his.
Are all of these guys point guard only? Oh no,
Lonzo has shooting guard.
Looking right at him. Okay, perfect. Small forward 56 again. Man, we got no problem.
Neesmith, and then we leave it.
Yeah. 5750 for forward in the util. Full lineup in the Discord. I'll remember to post it there. I promise you. Leave a comment in the comment section. I'll be on the playbook for this one as well. Expect to see a lot of Cleveland Cavaliers in that. Appreciate you all tuning in. Let us know in the comment section who you're looking to build your lineups around. If there's anything we can do better for you guys on this show, let us know, and we'll happy to incorporate that as well. Grinding now. We'll see you at 5 o'clock, everybody. Good luck.